also has other things to do. So I'll give you this. You can roll either with your dex or your wisdom those tools. You're not proficient in them, but you do not have disadvantage like you would have.
Okay, so instead of adding it to my inventory, I can just roll a d20, right? With plus...
Dex or Wiz.
1d20 plus 5 for wisdom. No proficiency, but I also don't have disadvantage.
And you got guidance. And evil will give you a bardic.
Plus 1d4 plus 1d8. Did I do that right? Hell yeah, I did.
Oh!
Oh!
20s, baby!
You managed to quickly carve out it. A wooden container is not properly it's not hermetically sealed. You combine the mud that you had originally designed as a quote unquote not class, like a lip to your wooden containers, which you apparently quickly managed to carve through with the help of Aurelia and Eva. And as you quickly do it, you can see out of the corner of your eye, and be like, "It's easy because you're using my tools."
Yeah.
You got 2 natural 20s in a row earlier. He's just like, "Because of me. You're welcome."
Yeah. I did that.
Yeah, I did that.
We can actually attribute 3 nat 20s to this man.
Yeah, I can't believe 3 nat 20s.
How many nat 20s does the NPC have to get on the list of crits?
Actually, thank you for reminding me. I didn't give you your nat 20 earlier.
Oh,
I actually forgot. So I'll give you both your nat 20s right now. But yeah, you still have some time left for the rest, but you do manage to quickly make, and also it's way easier to, how to say this, because you're not at this point for the clay lip of these wooden containers. You're not trying to like actually cook them like you would for an entire jug or like other entire tub or whatever, right? So you don't need like a burning hot pit kiln or anything like that for this. You probably still need to fire them a bit, but also you're using wood, so you shouldn't burn it, or else that'd be bad. So you can just like basically cook like the outer layer of the clay up top, just to make sure it doesn't like shift, morph, get damaged, etc. But
fuck yeah!
After some amount of efforts, you now have your 3 containers.
Hell yeah! Same weight.
Yep.
Okay.
The weight's pretty insubstantial in such small quantities, so it's like, whatever.
Yeah, but I'm a hoarder, so I need to keep track of that.
Fair enough.
I try to keep track of what I can. Like, I don't have a weight for Tal's music box. Or
that
like
one's
the
probably
Quicksilver I got.
The music box is dead ass, probably 0. Like, it's probably like an insignificant amount of weight.
Okay. Perfect. Do I still have time to go collect some of the mist?
It's literally like 30 paces away, yeah.
I just you said some amount of time, so I don't know, man.
Some amount of time to do like major activities.
Yeah.
It only lasts an hour once you collect it, so.
Yeah, she's gonna not sit next to it. She's gonna sit. You know what? This is her little corner. She's going to sit away from the rest of the group by a decent amount, because she is going to experiment on this stuff. She's not going to try and incorporate it into any of her concoctions yet, because we're going back in, so what's the point? But she's going to try and study it with her tools, keeping in mind that, as Haley said, it will explode if she's trying to change it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. You're studying its material properties.
Yeah, trying to see how it reacts to certain things, and just trying to figure out the fuck is going on with it.
Nothing, yet simultaneously a lot.
Great.
Shit don't make sense. But that's okay. So, what are the rest of you doing?
I have a small thing.
What's up?
So as we're sitting here, things are going around us. Caradoc's going to turn to Falk. Oh, my bad. Rip. And he's gonna, he's holding his quarterstaff. He's sitting by the fire. He's got one end of the quarterstaff in front of him, and it's leaned against his shoulders behind. He's resting his hand on it. Hey, he nudges Falk with his elbow.
Oh. What?
I was thinking, storybook elements matter here.
Sure.
And since I don't have my armor, I'm walking around with a walking stick, essentially. How do I look
Okay.
more like a mage? Like a storybook mage? Do I need full-on fake beard?
Are you asking me how to look like a wizard?
Sure. A wizard. Right.
Well, I guess you would. This is hard for me because such people would be burnt at the stake in Heilegrad. No, I don't know if that's actually true or not, DM, but
Witches and warlocks and things like that. Yeah, that's not great. The study of magic is a state-controlled school, or not a specific one school, but like the study of it is like generally like observed and regulated. So
Right.
technically, yeah, there would be like wizards and stuff, mages and scholars and things like that. Theologists, Thurgis.
There's a very rare.
but like the,
But some people would be practicing outside into forbidden knowledge, and then they would get executed. So you're right on that.
okay, good. Typically they have like wide-brimmed hats, like pointy hats. I mean, because he reaches up and like kind of like adjusts his hat when he says that. They do have beards. I imagine if you're an apostate on the road, you don't have much time to shave.
Oh, that makes sense.
Maybe we could
Big
fetch
head
some
looking.
beard out of moss. Why they call him Big Hat Logan?
Well, do you never know?
Big old moss beard. Oh, or we can fashion you one out of twigs and leaves and call you Treebeard.
Flashback to when fucking Badger had sap and moss in his ear, but you gotta make a fucking beer out of it.
What about clothes? What is it? What do they wear typically?
Rags, right? Long ratty robes. They usually have
It's not very practical.
cords as well. Well, it's not supposed to be practical. You're a wizard. You have magic on your side.
Right. Huh.
You could probably change how you talk as well. You sound too young, too handsome, too pretty.
All right. How does a ratty apostate sound? Old and feeble.
Yeah. It all comes from the diaphragm, doesn't it? He pats his chest.
Oh. No, I don't think I can do it.
You don't. Watch. Hello there, dearie. Would you like to buy some potions?
What are you doing?
What? Nothing.
Who invited the old man?
Just ignore them. No, I want to know what are you doing?
Why do you now choose to
he-
be perceptive?
We were talking this entire time, but this is the first time you were using that voice.
They're just being idiots. Ignore them.
He's showing me
Damn.
what an apostate sounds like.
This is important work. Caradoc wants to sound like present himself as a storybook wizard, witch, warlock.
Why?
No, you should probably start with a big hat.
That's what I
Like-
said.
Ah,
He did.
she does. She like wags her finger at you and her like, yeah, we in sync. Yeah. Nods.
I'm
And
using
a ratty
my
robe, apparently.
And the ratty
Shut
up.
robe.
Yeah. And you're an apostate, so that means you're running from the law for fear of execution. So that would track.
Do you have manacles on you?
Reaches into her pouch and pulls out. In case we had to bring anyone in alive.
I fucking knew it.
She actually has had these for like the entire campaign.
Does anybody
I
have
knew
some
it.
glasses?
No, I'm not a nerd.
Glasses? No.
He said, "I'm not gonna hit."
Not a nerd.
Contrary to popular belief.
I don't think others think you're a nerd.
Glance over at Badger.
Badger's nodding.
Yeah.
That he is, or is it a nerd?
That he is a nerd.
Oh, I see.
Little nerd. Always read his book.
No, it's Caradoc. Looks like he stops,
Yes.
so he's not a nerd anymore.
Might be.
It's real confusing, isn't it?
Mercer, do you have any glasses?
No.
Damn.
You know, having bad eyesight doesn't make you a nerd.
No, but wearing glasses does.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, you're right. All right. Like face palms like, oh, of course. Why did I think of that? Oh, you're right. Of course. Right.
Right. So I need to wear ratty robes, grow a beard, get a hat, and sound like a feeble old man.
Yeah, you can fashion a beard. I don't think you can grow a beard, can you? You're too feminine.
Effeminate.
Yeah, what what he said.
The narrator,
right.
the chronicler gives you a thumbs up.
I can do you this much at least, and he'll pull the pin out of his flop
Grenade.
hat.
Oh.
Yeah, he'll pull the
Here's your first fireball.
Yeah.
he'll pull the pin out of his flop hat, and flatten out the brim of it, and taking it off, looking at it wistfully, like the things I do for my friends, and then put it onto your head
That's care. Flop.
and kind of like lightly slap the top of it.
I suppose it's something.
Wait, I got an idea. I take off my coat, turn it inside out, put it back on.
That's less fashionable.
I'm sorry, I am too biased on this. You just look like a Caradoc that has a hat put on him that woke up too early and put on his clothes wrong.
It's the beard. He needs the beard. And the wart.
Perhaps.
Anyone know wart magic?
I have a disguise kit.
That's right.
Do you really want me to disguise you to look like that?
It's important to the story. It's integral to the plot.
I suppose the resources might be best spent when they're needed, if they're needed, right?
I would agree.
And besides, if I can't pull off the old feeble man voice, it's just going to fall apart the instant I open my mouth.
Why do you want to suddenly become an old mage anyways? Why that? I understand the story aspect of it, but why mage? Sure, the better options are easier to accommodate.
Haven't you ever wondered what it's like?
Being an old mage, no. I've not.
Why that
Honestly, it was the
specifically? What? Don't you want to know?
It's cats and
No.
dogs.
Honestly, I looked at the staff and I thought, mage. I didn't think any further than that.
Do you really think that simply looking the pot is enough to trick this place in its... She does twiddling fingers. Weird, extra earthly magic.
Probably not.
I don't know. We sort of bypass the evil questions by tricking it. Fair enough. If you want me to disguise you,
I do.
you said
What would
to
you
Mercer or to
recommend?
Eva.
Eva. You say that there are other options that are more readily accessible. Lay them on me.
She stands up, looks you up and down. You guys can see her expression grow sad for a moment before she shelves it. I suppose in some respect you yourself are a runaway, but I doubt the original one would appreciate you taking the title. You could be the wanderer, the errant son, the prodigal son, the diplomat, the scholar. That doesn't imply any old, miserly appearance.
Those require a hat, and he'll pluck his hat from Caradox.
Give me that back. If you have a hand for it, you could be the poet.
Poet.
Poets have hats.
Not that sort of wide-brimmed one, though.
No, not with a feather in it.
Well, they're not that wide-brimmed, though, are they? I think they're a bit tighter. Or a beret.
Ugh.
Cut the beatniks in the club. Yeah, stabbing their fingers. Yeah.
Just think of our red cap beret friend. This is so much.
Hey, I should say that maybe at some point. You guys do the dream rampant. I suppose there is the lost. That's a common archetype. Although perhaps Haley might have that spot already. What? Nothing. I don't believe you, but I'm gonna ignore you.
No, we're talking about our old friend Kaylee.
She squints her eyes at you. Shut up. I suppose you could be, in true hallmark to your origins, the tavern keep. Although she looks around. Oh, I'm missing a tavern. Maybe the chef? The apothecary?
Nods along. That would be a familiar role.
A
Somewhat
familiar
neglected
role?
one.
I don't particularly recall any specific phenotypes for it, aside from needing an herbalism kit and a healer's kit, which you have.
Got my alchemist supplies right here. I got my healer's kit right there.
Then you're already halfway there. It sounds like you're just reinforcing stereotypes.
Well, yeah.
Ah, shit. He shrugs like, yeah, I guess so, huh?
Not stereotypes, tropes.
Right. Classics, right. You would be the now.
Fundamental storytelling patterns are essential to storybooks' tales. It's what makes them recognizably themselves.
True.
Alright, the apothecary. I can swing that.
All you need to do is continuously heal us, then. Which you already do.
Turns his coat back the way it's supposed to be.
Is it back to normal?
Turns it out.
I was just getting used to that.
Yeah. shifts his satchel around so it's a little more prominent. Like,
Now let's see if that's enough to appease the Betwixt.
thank you for your counsel. Looks at Eva, Falk. Nods at them both.
I was starting to get excited about seeing you with a big moss beard.
We still can do that if you want.
For you, Rip, I'd do that.
It's not hard to collect sap and moss in this place of all things.
Can
Here
we
you go.
borrow Eva's?
Yeah. Here you go. It doesn't maintain the curve when I draw it like that. I need to draw a thin line, I think.
Moss beard, moss beard.
There you go.
There you go. Oh, goatee.
There you go. Perfect. Amazing.
Looks good.
He has a Fu Manchu.
Nice. I look like a potential poet.
He's a moss.
There we are.
Actually,
That's just Morrison, a moss wizard.
Moss Wizard. Actually, Moss. Hold on a second. Can I study this moss and see if it's any recognizable? Actually, not moss. I want to look around the trees and see if there's lichen growing on any of them.
There is.
I'm gonna go up to one of them and see if I recognize what kind of lichen it is.
Roll me your nature.
Not great at these, but Caradoc did neglect his studies, so that makes sense. 10.
Mm-mm. Either because you guys are in a world betwixt, or because you neglected your studies, one or the other, you do not recognize it.
Nods to himself, shelves the idea, goes back to the campfire.
I should study more.
I should study more. I should have studied more. I'm not gonna do it now.
I should have studied. Yeah, the time has passed. So, anything else for the evening?
Yet.
Yet. Roger. Then let's take a 5-minute break, and when we come back, I have something for all of you.
Oh.
But first, 5-minute break. I need to do this.
I need to remember if I can update
That's
the brews. Can you hear them?
Yeah, every time you speak, I hear a little squeak.
It's very
Oh
so
yeah,
cute.
because this one's like actually just attached to me. See this one? Oh my gosh, dude. Chill. What's your problem?
That's it. Get rid of him.
No. No matter what I do, this one isn't happy. I think these two are not feeling too great though. This one was
Yeah,
vomiting yesterday, and this one vomited today.
Aw, poor kitties. Do you know what's troubling them?
I just brought them home, so I'm imagining it's a new place.
Hmm.
They're pretty happy, but it's still like they're only 5 weeks, and their entire world has changed in the past couple days. So
Yeah.
Yeah, if I was suddenly thrown on
Shut
the Mars, I think I
up.
would be vomiting a few times too.
Face the camera. Face the folks.
You know, that's a pretty good moss spirit, I have to say.
Oh,
Little guy.
look
Or
at the little
girl. I don't know
feet.
what gender the cat is.
What's your sex? It's really hard to tell.
Because they're just so tiny. And also squirming constantly.
A girl?
Don't you hate when the sex is so tiny and squirming?
I don't. I don't know how to feel about that. Not great.
That feels criminal.
Huh?
Mhm.
What are we talking about?
It's a little
I don't
fluffy
know
one.
what I'm talking
It's a
about.
fluffy,
Well, I'm talking
fluffy.
about, I don't know what.
These two.
Honk,
This
I
is the
don't
butt.
know.
The head's right here, and then this one, butt's
your tail.
here, head is here, and it's just over top of the other one. And then this one
Cuddly.
refuses to leave my side.
Aw.
And yet you're not
They
keeping
want the
that
worm.
one.
I like the orange one.
Can't keep them all.
No,
Such
I
a
put the
little
orange
guy.
one in Twitch's bed with him earlier because he was sleeping, and they just cuddled right up.
Well, instead of just bed, you could put him in a blender.
Oh, 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 oh!
I'm back.
What's going on? What are you trying to do?
Welcome back.
Chill.
That,
Alright, I'm back.
that moss beard you drew,
Break soup.
Crash, it's a work of art.
Thank you. I'm a budding artist.